This is where my long journey begins, out in the suburbs of Akalla to the northwest. I think I have 12 stations, so it's a short one. The first one is Akalla and the next one is Husby. Now, weather-wise, this is not exactly the most stable time to do this. It's very cloudy, sun is shining right now, but last couple of days have been total showers, total sunshine, total showers, total sunshine. So all I have is this sort of raincoat, so... Alright, it needs to be said, I am not thriving when it comes to orienteering and like directions and stuff. I mean, I have a general idea where I'm going, but I do check Google Maps just to not screw up completely. It's like, oh, I went north, I was supposed to go south. Passing by the second station, which is Husby. Not a very long walk, as long as I could navigate myself through the houses. I believe the last time I did something like this was when I walked the entire stretch of Manhattan from the very northern tip down to Battery Park. That was in 2017. And I'm not sure how long that was compared to this. We are coming up towards Kista, which is the biggest information and communications technology cluster in Europe. It is actually the second largest in the world after Silicon Valley. And one of the reasons for that is that Ericsson has their headquarters here. And this is the place where the blue line in Stockholm submerges from the underground and becomes sort of like a monorail for a little while. So this is Kista underground station, right adjacent to the mall, the Galleria, where you can go to the movies and buy stuff. Gonna go into the Presbyterian and get some snack for the trip. So here is where we run to a bit of a problem. So up there is where the underground goes, and it goes across the big road into the mountain and then comes out way on the other side. The challenge, of course, is to get to the other side, somewhat safe and somewhat strict. So I'm not really 100% sure exactly how to get where I need to go, because I can't just follow the tracks like I would so far. This is Scandinavia's tallest office building. Alright, a little Sneasel raid on Pokemon Go, and now heading towards the next station, which according to Google Maps is going to take 51 minutes to walk. And luckily I checked, because I was actually going in a much longer route. So now this here is a sacrificial stone from the Bronze Age, circa 1700 to 500 BC. And what they would do is they would put sacrificial things in these little holes. There's about 70 of them on the rock to pray for a better harvest. And over there is where the underground goes. I guess one of the differences between this walk and the walk I did in New York was that the majority of that trail on Manhattan was on asphalt or concrete, whereas at least a chunk of this is on like stomped ground, so it's probably a little better for your feet. Also, that day New York was extremely warm, and today it's, well, not so much, but still hasn't started to rain yet. Entering Suburbia. Alright, we're almost there. Hallonbergen, Raspberry Mountain. Spaceballs. Alright, I'm here. Without a doubt, the longest stretch between two stations. I'm not sure if I can walk through the station, we'll see. Yeah, you couldn't go through, so now I have to go all the way back up again. And the next station is Nekhusen. Passing by a little lake or a big pond, or how to describe it? Lötsjön. Passing by the miniature golf course and picked up an ice cream. And after some swirling, I made it to Nekhusen. Oh, it's nice and chill down here as well. All the walking we did in Spain and France and Netherlands have obviously prepared me for this walk. I mean, we walked probably more on some of those days than I will do today, but I've also reactivated some of the blisters I've had on my heels from that time. So it's like, ow, 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 ow. And this is the very spectacular Solna Centrum. The next stop is about 1.2k away. It's Västra Skogen, the Western Forest, and it's very straight. There's no like, it's just go straight. And behold, direct sunlight. Still not a drop of rain on me. Although Stockholm is a big area, so I'm sure some parts of Stockholm have got rain, but so far so good. Stockholm, nothing. I don't get it. Look up for train. This here used to be the Swedish castle back in the 16th century. No, I'm just kidding. It's a parking house and a mall. This is Västra Skogen. I am unsure if you can pass through it, so I'm just going to walk by it instead. There are pillow fights here every Sunday at 12. My nose tells me that we are approaching water, which is not unusual in Stockholm, but so far, aside from that lake, that hasn't been the case. Yep, Pampas Marina. Alright, I'm a little off my trail, but I want to go down and just see the water. I love how the very upper class fancy port marina suddenly turned into let's come back late at night and see what happens. This is Stadshagen. We're closing in on the city. It's really humid and warm now. This is the Kronobergs Park. Nice to get back into the green areas again. We have reached Rådhuset, the town hall, and this is actually one of my favorite interiors. I'm going to see why. Out of all the, I guess, 100 stations we have in Stockholm. Let's go down. This is Tesentalen, which is the only station in the city where all three lines, the blue, the red and the green, intersect with each other. And exiting Tesentalen on Sergels Torg, which is the smack center really of Stockholm. They put up these nice little blue flags. The Culture House is right up there, yeah. And there's only one station left, and that is Kungsträdgården, and that's actually quite near. It's only like a few blocks down, so yeah. And that over there is the Swedish version of Harrods. It's Nordiska Kompaniet, which is a fancy department store. You know the best way to not trip over these? It's to avoid them. And right now I'm feeling the first drops of rain. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our final destination, which is Kungsträdgården. So there you go, that was me walking from Akalla all the way into Kungsträdgården, the blue line. I should say two things. One, in the northern part there are actually two branches of the underground, but I picked one of them just because I thought that was more interesting. And also they're about to expand the blue line from where I am right now to go out to the southeast, but since the stations are not completed yet, I thought like, oh, that's a weird walk to do. So yeah, that took around 4.5 hours, actually longer than I thought, but just because you're walking like this, and it's not like if I were to walk from start to finish directly without going through the different stations, it probably would have been faster. But I hope you liked this video. This was the shortest of the lines. The red one is the longest one, and that's actually twice as long as this one. And here's a dumb question: would you like me to do the other lines as well? I thought so. Well, sure. Okay, I will do that. Because I heard you all saying, yeah. But thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, I'll see you the next time you click on one of my videos.